This gospel story that we've heard is so exciting that you really ought to come to Bible study. And John and Marion will tell you why it's so exciting. This is the 4th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. And remember that Matthew has started his gospel with very clear stories. He starts with genealogy and the birth of Jesus in chapter 1. He goes on to talk about the trip of the Magi in chapter 2. He goes on to talk about John the Baptist in chapter 3. And we're now on the verge of launching Christ's public ministry for all time. The 4th chapter begins right after his baptism, when he goes into the wilderness. And there he's confronted by Satan and has those 3 conversations. You remember? We'll get to them when we get closer to Lent. We skip that at this moment. And then at the end of those 40 days, when Jesus has been wrestling in the wilderness with the question of his baptism and his calling and his purpose, at the end of that, John is arrested. Remember, John has been preaching and proclaiming for some time along the banks of the Jordan River. His message has been quite threatening to the authorities. The kingdom of God is at hand, is his message, and that's not good news for those who are in charge of the other kingdom of the world. And he has become more and more threatening, and the world has come to recognize that his message is really disruptive and unsettling of the status quo. This has been going on by the banks of the Jordan River and then down a little bit to the south where the wilderness is, over on the east side of what we think of as Israel in our own day. And when Jesus hears that John has been arrested, we are told by Matthew he withdraws to Galilee. He retreats. He draws back. He's been down to the south and eastern section, but he goes back to the place where he is more familiar. But he doesn't go home. He doesn't go back to Nazareth, where we know he came from. He instead goes to Capernaum, which is a couple of days' walk away from Nazareth. It's on the Sea of Galilee. It's a more cosmopolitan city than Nazareth is. And Matthew says he makes his home there. We don't usually think that that's what Jesus does. We forget that that's what Matthew says. We think, oh, Jesus preached in Capernaum like he preached in every other place. No, he made his home there. And right after we're told that he makes his home in Capernaum, we're told that he starts to proclaim his message. And his message is the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God, is at hand. It is exactly the same message that John has been preaching down by the Jordan River. It's the same message. And now we understand why Jesus retreated to Galilee, why Matthew uses that language. Because he has seen that John has gotten arrested, and he wants to retreat from the power base that's centered in Jerusalem so that he can have time and place to proclaim this kingdom. And so he begins to do so. And because we know that he makes his home in Capernaum, we know that he does this over a period of time. It's not that he just preaches once or twice in Capernaum. It's his home. So in all likelihood, he's there for quite a while, and he preaches quite often, over and over and over again. And he talks about this kingdom of God. He begins to convey a sense of how disruptive this really is to the kingdom of the world, how threatening it is. He begins to convey a sense of promise, of what this kingdom might be like for those who want to become a part of it. This kingdom where all are equal, where all are valued, where justice is served, where love and compassion are prominent. He has time to preach this in Capernaum for some time. So, today, when he's walking along the sea, which we hear about in the story, it's not like we usually think. We usually think, wow, those guys were amazing. Jesus comes along and says, follow me, and they follow me. And the corollary of that is we think about ourselves and we say, we are not amazing, because we would not do it. Some guy comes walking along and says, follow me. We wouldn't go. We'd be crazy to do that. Well, that's a misreading of what's happened. What's happened is that Peter and Andrew and James and John know Jesus already. They have heard him for some time proclaiming this message. They've had a taste of what the kingdom might be. They know this is a kingdom that is disruptive of the status quo, is disruptive of their paltry lives, and offers a hope that is unlike any other. They've tasted that. These are young men in that critical part of their lives, trying to figure out what they're going to do with their lives. They've been struck by this preaching of this preacher, and then when he walks along, we can imagine that they're there, mending their nets with their father, or they're casting their nets in the sea, and they've been talking about him. Well, what do you think about this guy? What do you think it would be like to be in that kingdom? What do you think he's going to do next? So then when Jesus comes along and says, follow me, well, that's the moment. That's the moment they go. Because they're set up for it. They've already had this experience of Jesus and his preaching, and they're ready to go. They don't say to him, which would be the logical thing to say, where are you going? They just go. And they don't even stop and say, well, what about Dad? He's going to be left fixing the nets all by himself. Or what about our wives and our children? What about our brothers and our sisters, our intense sense of community here in Capernaum? What about all that? They don't stop to say that. They get up and go. Because they had been convinced by his preaching over the period of time that this is the kingdom they want to give their lives to. And they've just been waiting for the opportunity to do so. And they go. And we're told by Matthew that they go, and Jesus goes throughout Galilee, preaching in the synagogues and healing and teaching. And if you read on a little bit further, it says he's not only famous all through Galilee, he's famous through the whole area. Syria, up to the north, the Decapolis over on the other side of the lake, all the way down to Jerusalem. He's getting famous instantly in this chapter. And that's the story of why he retreated to Galilee and what he did with it. He retreated to Galilee to proclaim this message and to gather his followers up into a movement that would become powerful enough to survive. So, it's a great story. But what does it mean to your life and to mine? Well, I think that we are the disciples. I think that we have been hanging around with Jesus for a long time. I think we have been intrigued. Why else are we here? I think we've been intrigued by the idea that there is a kingdom that is disruptive to the kingdom of this world. There is a kingdom where community and peace and forgiveness reign supreme. and maybe we've even tasted it. We've heard about it, and we are ready. We've talked about it. We know what Jesus has to say about this kingdom. We've heard from one another what this kingdom might be like. And so today, this very day, Jesus says, come on, let's go. And whatever that means for you, whatever it would mean to hear his voice today and follow it in your relationships, in your families, in your job, in your parish, whatever it means, you're ready. When Jesus comes and says, come with me,